Heyo, how's it going, everybody? Hopefully anyone out there who's watching this right now or at some point in the future is having themselves a fantastic day today. Welcome. My name is Relikai. I'm going to be playing a video game on the old internet, and today that video game is going to be Genshin Impact. Yeah, so I think I forgot to mute the desktop audio, so you probably heard the BGM start up before I actually switched over the scene, but you know what, that's fine. It's okay. It's Sunday. We don't have to take ourselves so seriously. You know, it's fine. Hey, how's it going, Vic? Appreciate you stopping in. Hope all is well on your end of things. Hope your Sunday is doing all right. God, my hair. How is it so like? How's it so messy? I don't understand, and it's just all over the place. Ugh. I feel like I need to start using product or something. I honestly don't know, man, because it's just like this is ridiculous. All right, but yeah, so we're streaming a little bit earlier than usual because I've got plans later on. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get the stream out of the way earlier on. So yeah, okay, just experimenting with paint tool Psy. Wow, damn, that's a blast from the past. Yeah, I don't think I honestly don't know if I know anyone that uses paint tool that uses Psy anymore. I know it was the go-to for all the weeb artists back in back in our day, circa 2006, 2007 or something like that. But yeah, I don't think anyone. I can't remember the last time I remember hearing someone use it. Everyone I know usually uses Clip Studio Paint. Some use Photoshop, but not really. And then I do know some people use Krita and GIMP. I personally use Krita just for, making my thumbnails. And, if I do have a tablet, so I would maybe go ahead and do a little bit more drawing experimentation, but yeah, like Psy is just it's very nostalgic to think about Psy. Can't afford all the fancy stuff people have basically stuck in the past. Again, you can use Krita. It's free, so I would I mean, I don't know how much support Psy is still getting nowadays. Like honestly, is it still going? Does it still get updates and support? Paint tool Psy. I mean, I guess it kind of. Oh no, never mind. Yeah, it looks like. Yeah, that still looks like how it always did. Let me see here. Did it? Version 2 is currently in development. Huh. So Paint Tool Psy, the sequel, Paint Tool Psy Electric Boogaloo. Version 1 updates stopped after 2016, and as of 2024, version 2 updates continue. Oh wait, so there is already version 2? Yeah. Using the 2019 version. Okay. So interesting. Yeah. Well, like I said, I would recommend trying out Krita just for something that's a little bit more modern and is definitely still, receiving updates and support from its developer. But hey, whatever works for you, because I'm pretty sure I may have seen one artist over the past like 5 years or something who I think was using Psy, and I was like, huh, respect. Okay. Let's see. Hey, how's it going, Drew? Appreciate you stopping in. I was not expecting you to be live this early. Well, you would have known if you'd been in the last stream, so that's on you, brother. I like when Avengers Endgame got made, the directors couldn't be like, man, what if somebody missed Thor Ragnarok? It's like, well, it's tough. But no, yeah, I got plans later on, so we're just doing the stream a little bit earlier. Could just draw with paint tool bow. Paint tool bow. I know people use Coral Draw and all that. Yeah, literally different strokes for different folks. So yeah, I did watch Thor Ragnarok. Good stuff. It's a joke name. I see. But yeah, I mean, Krita works well for me, and I feel like it's decently well-rounded for at least what I need, while not being as esoteric as GIMP, because I used GIMP for years, and it was, again, fine. But yeah, it's I feel Krita does all the things that GIMP did, does a lot of things more than GIMP, and also works probably better as a just all-around drawing application than GIMP. I think GIMP was mostly more used for as a Photoshop sort of like alternative, but I think by most people's standards, GIMP is not where it's at anymore, even in terms of being a Photoshop alternative. Is Krita what the artists are using, half of them, or is it no, they're all using Clip Studio Paint. Like all of them. Like all the artists that you know, they're all using Clip Studio Paint. So Krita is like for the baby artists who are just kind of like starting out, and either I think Clip Studio Paint is on a subscription model now, so they just or people who don't want to pay a subscription anymore. Yeah. Try out Krita if that's the case. Yeah. No, like, again, it's more akin to Clip Studio Paint than I would say Psy is. But yeah, no, like all like industry professional artists basically use Clip Studio Paint. All right, so yeah, let's go ahead and get into things here. So we're gonna continue on with the Albedo event and just kind of like finish it off. I don't know how much of it is left. It might be 40 minutes. It might be another 2 hours. Who actually knows when it comes to these Genshin events, honestly? So yeah, let's just go ahead and get started, shall we? Hi, am I early? Hi. How's it going? No, you're not early because the stream is happening, so therefore I would say that you are right on time. But yeah, we're about to start things up here. Appreciate you stopping in. My name is Relikai. I'm a literal random man on the internet who plays video games. Today we're playing Genshin. We're finishing off the events that we were playing last week. Feel free to stick around and chat or lurk if that's more your speed. And for the time you decide to stick around, I hope you enjoy yourself. Out of the loop with these things these days. I mean, if you're not an artist, you don't typically, this isn't stuff you typically tend to think about all that much, so it's all good. Finally caught one of these streams at the start. Oh, we got a VOD watcher here. Very nice, interesting. I do find it interesting that I guess some people do watch the VODs for the streams, but yeah, appreciate you stopping in. If you do watch the VODs, also appreciate that. Part of VOD gang. Though as much as I want to stay, not feeling well. All right, appreciate you saying hi, Drew. Hopefully you feel better soon, and hopefully it doesn't affect your Memorial Day too much tomorrow. But yeah, take it easy, stay groovy. We'll see you next time. Been here for a bunch of streams, simply change my profile. Aha, is that so? Okay. Do you mean your profile picture or your actual name? Because if you just straight up changed your name and your profile picture, then if you have been here before, I'm not gonna be able to know who you were. Was never really an artist, but if it keeps me busy and less frustrated, then so be it. That's completely fair. Yeah, it's good to have a hobby. It's good to have one. I mean, this is my hobby, so you know, it gives you something to do, and yeah, that's what a hobby is. It gives you something to do, you know. I remember seeing a post by someone that I follow on Blue Sky the other day who was like, is collecting a hobby or is it just consumerism? And I kind of saw like 50-50 comments from people saying like, you know, in order for it to be a hobby, it has to be like a skill you're accumulating or something like that. Some people were like, you know, there's like the process of like tracking down certain things and sort of appraising them, and then upkeep and all that sort of stuff. Like that could be considered a hobby. But I mean, I don't know. I feel it's gatekeepy to try and be like, you know, yeah, if you collect these things, that's not a hobby. It's like, I don't know, man. Just let people do stuff that they want to do. I say, as long as it gives you something to do, then it's a hobby. If it gives you something to do and you enjoy it, then yeah, it's a hobby. Your hobby could be sunbathing, for all I fucking care. If it brings you joy and it occupies your time, which would otherwise have just been you sitting around doing nothing, then yeah, I'd say it is what it is. Did a whole identity change? Well, all right then. If I did know who you were prior, then I guess I'm just going to, you know, rediscover you now, as Steve Perry would say. So welcome and appreciate you stopping in. Better than social media binging, probably both. I'd say it more leans to collective than consumerism, but who gives a shit? Yeah, that's again, just let people have fun. That's what I say. All right, let's go ahead, kill the BGM, get the Genshin audio started up here. Now let's come over here. All right, where are we at, OBS? Come on now. All right, there we go. Okay. So, before we get into the event here, I do want to show that I have actually worked on a Sculphier. So, she's now level 90, and I think I've got her in a pretty decent place now because, you know, her attack is 2289, so decently high. Did also get her ER up to 130, where before I had her with a crit rate weapon, but yeah, I just wasn't being able to burst as often as I was needing to, so ultimately decided to just go ahead and give her the good old Fav Lance, and yeah, and then raised up her artifacts too. We got crit rate, attack, and attack percentage on these two. So yeah, she's doing work. I'm able to burst every rotation now, so that's the most important thing. And because I managed to get her, I also went and started working on Ayaka. So I finally got her level 90. She's been level 80 for the longest time, but I finally got her to 90, and I'm still building her artifact set because, yeah, the artifacts that I had on her before were not great. So I still need, I think I need an attack percent Sans for her. And so I need to farm the domain for the Blizzard Strayer set a little bit more in order to get a decent one, because, you know, I could go offset for her, but I already have an offset piece for her goblet because I needed cryo damage, and getting the specific elemental damage bonus that you're looking for is always it's the worst. It's the absolute worst stat to try and go for. So I feel like if you need a certain specific elemental damage bonus, like 8 times out of 10 you're gonna go offset. So yeah, I've got that. So I just need to get her a decent sans here. How many 5-star characters do you have? I got a few. I have a few of them. That's for sure. I mean, this is just kind of what happens when you play a gacha game as long as I have. So just kind of start passively collecting the NFTs, even if sometimes you don't even want them. I'm looking at you, D-Luke. C5. I still can't believe that. This fucking man won't leave me alone. Ay. But it's fine. It's fine, because we got the good shit here. Alrighty. So yeah, the only thing is that if I want to level her more, I need to fight this fucking boss. I hate this fucking boss. The Lord of Eroded Primal Fire, the big dragon that you fight at the end of the Natlan storyline. Yeah, fuck this guy. He's hard. He's fucking hard. So that's why I have right now Escoffier is stuck at level 6 for her talents. That's why who's the other one? Veressa is also stuck at level 6. I think I did get Malwika up a little bit. I got her to 8-8, but that was a pain. That was a pain. And it's also because, you get like a few of these materials from the boss, and then you can like use resins, or not resins, are they no, they're dream something, whatever, the one that allows you to change the weekly boss rewards into the other ones. Yeah, I had a couple of those, but now, yeah, I'm all out, so I need to fight him some more, and I really don't want to. I have like 13. Well, like I said, it depends on when you start playing. If you're a newer player, then you're just gonna have less 5 stars, unless you're just a whale, which yeah. So it's all good in the neighborhood. Is he a world boss or weekly? Weekly boss. So yeah, he is a pain in the ass. So for the time being, I think Veressa and Escoffier are going to stay at level 6. So sorry, girls, but it is what it is. Also, hold on. Speaking of, what's yeah, Ayaka is right now at 8-8 as well. But I need to the materials that she needs are from Ashtaha, who is a lot easier to deal with than the other boss. So yeah, I'll probably raise her a little bit. But all right, let's go ahead and continue on with the event. So last time Albedo got accused of murder, and then we did this whole investigation to find out whether or not he actually did. Turns out that the doppelganger from that the last Albedo event from like literal years ago at this point was behind this whole thing, and they're trying to get. God, my fucking hair. I am about to put on a fucking hat. I swear to God. You know what? Yeah. 1 second. All right. Yeah. It's been a really long time since I've worn a hat on stream. So yeah, you guys remember way back in the day when I always wore my hat? And now I haven't for years now at this point. But yeah, my hair is just absolutely driving me insane. So it's finally time to just put a complete sensor on it. So enjoy the hat, I guess. God, I look like fucking Scout. from TF2. Oh boy. Anyway, it's fine. It's fine. Let's see. So yeah, we've got he was accused of murder, then we found out that he wasn't. It was the doppelganger that had from the old event, and now apparently like there's something about like the dragon that's like up on dragon spine trying to come back, and then there's like people who've gone missing. It's a whole thing. It's a whole bunch of lore shenaniganery. But yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and continue on. We're heading to Dragonspine to do something, I suppose. We're going to, I guess, we're going after the doppelganger. I believe they escaped. So yeah, we gotta track them down. So let's go ahead and do that. Raise my shit up over here.
I bet I could put ingredients in the snow instead of a freezer.
All right. So, yeah, like I said, we may this may end up only taking like 40 minutes, or it could end up taking like 2 hours or something. We shall see.
Yep, this place is as freezing as ever. Paimon's hands are turning to ice.
All right. Oh, want to climb into my hood?
You sure? Is it warm in there?
It should take the edge off, and it might improve your mood. Oh, okay, never mind. He was saying something, and now he's not. So, let's see what we're about to get into. Oh boy. And yeah, the voices are still gone, which I will say I finally looked a little bit deeper into the whole voice acting thing. The whole thing seems incredibly complicated because there's multiple parties that are at play here. So all right, this is gonna derail us for a little bit, but I think it's worth talking about this because I feel like a lot of people are going off half-cocked at different parties who may deserve more or less degrees of scorn than others. So here's the situation as far as I understand it, because I didn't want to get too deep into this because this whole situation is a whole mix of like industry shenaniganery, and then there's just a whole bunch of dumb drama bullshit. So, and I hate that shit. I do not like wading through the sewage of drama whenever it pops up. So, as far as I understand it, the way this whole situation operates is basically that you have SAG-AFTRA, you have MiHoYo, and then you have the voice actors. So those are the three parties that are at play here. Now, some things to understand is that MiHoYo games are evidently not union jobs. So, and a good number of the voice actors who voice in stuff like Genshin and other MiHoYo games are union actors. Now, here's how this works. SAG-AFTRA is the Actors Guild for America. And it's not just voice actors. It's all actors. It's all film actors. It's all voice actors. It's all stage actors. It's all television actors. Anyone who is an actor in the United States who is operating at a professional level is like more than likely a member of SAG-AFTRA. So SAG-AFTRA did this strike where they had I believe not just voice actors but screen actors as well, because the whole AI thing is a concern for screen actors too, because of, you know, the fact that Disney will pull some bullshit where they're just like, yeah, just put a dead actor on screen. We could just do that because of the magic of AI. And those actors' estates didn't think that was really cool. So, you know, and then there's also the fact that, of course, like, you know, actors who work as extras could potentially be out of work because they're just like, oh, we could just put AI actors in the background of movies, and then we don't have to pay any extras. That'd be awesome. So SAG-AFTRA had their actors strike over all of that. The film actors, from what I understand, got pretty decent protections as far as, you know, when it comes to all the AI bullshittery. Voice actors did not seem to get the same degree of protection. So the voice actors, the union voice actors, were continuing to strike because of that. And so that's why, like, to this day, there are still some union voice actors who have held out with the strike. Now, here's the thing. Because MiHoYo games are not union jobs, usually union actors cannot work a non-union job unless one of three things has happened. One is that they use a pseudonym or a fake name to be credited as. That's what the voice actor for Mewtwo did way back in the day when the first Pokemon movie came out. Two, they just go completely uncredited for their performance. That's what the voice actor for Naoto Shirogane in the original Persona 4 did. Or the third option is a union actor an actor will work what is known as FICOR, which means financial core. Now, what does FICOR mean? FICOR goes all the way back to a Supreme Court decision from like the 60s. Essentially, the Automotive Workers Guild back in the 50s wanted to implement this policy where non-members of a union could still receive the benefits of being a member of the union, such as, you know, the protections and the benefits and all that, if they pay the financial core of being a union member. So essentially they pay the fees and dues for being a union member, and then they get the protections of union members. The only trade-off is that they don't have any voting rights within the union. And the Automotive Worker Union was levying this against General Motors. General Motors didn't really like that idea a whole lot, so this went all the way up to the Supreme Court, and unanimously, the Supreme Court said, no, that is fine. It's okay for them to do that. So now being FICOR for any union means that you are not a card-carrying member of the union, but you still pay the annual fees that a union member would, and you get the perks and the benefits of being a union member. You just don't have any say or any power within the union. Now, how does that work with voice actors? Well, essentially what it means is that someone who is FICOR isn't a member of SAG-AFTRA, but because they pay the fees for being a union member, they get to have they get access to the same opportunities and they get the same protections as members of SAG-AFTRA. Again, they just don't get any voting rights within the union. So that means that they can work union jobs, but they also can work non-union jobs. So because all the voice actors that work on Genshin have been credited, that makes me feel like, you know, some of them might be like, I don't really understand how some of the actors who are union can be credited in the game if they are not, you know, because this is a non-union job, and union actors are not allowed to be working non-union jobs. I don't know if maybe SAG-AFTRA has kind of like changed its ways. Maybe it's like loosened up on that a little bit. But you know, regardless, as far as I'm aware, there are actors who work on this game who are union. So when the SAG-AFTRA strike was happening, obviously all the union actors who work on Genshin were striking, and any actors who weren't part of the union who worked on Genshin apparently also struck in solidarity with their colleagues who were striking. So then now, so that's where things sort of started. You had a mix of union members and non-union members who were either striking because their union said, hey, it's time to strike, or they were striking in solidarity with their friends who were striking. Now, fast forward a little while, you know, SAG-AFTRA is doing this and that and whatever. They apparently reached some sort of agreement with certain publishers or studios that hire voice actors and whatnot. Some actors like it, some actors don't. So I think some actors still decide to continue striking. I don't think the strike is officially over. So like SAG-AFTRA hasn't like ended the strike as of yet. So I think what's sort of happened is it's gone on for so long, and there's just this, it's turned into this quagmire where like the lines between union actors and non-union actors and what they're actually striking for and what provisions and protections that SAG-AFTRA has been able to get versus the ones they haven't been able to get, and the quality of the protections they've been able to get. It's just this big soup of like a bunch of different things that are all pointing off in different directions and relating to different people to different degrees. And so I feel like at this point, it's just kind of like a war of contrition at this point, where, you know, like some actors have decided that they'll be coming back, essentially because they like either just can't handle not working anymore, or maybe some of them are FI-core, some of them aren't. And then some who just continue to not work specifically with MiHoYo or HoYoverse, even though from what I hear, MiHoYo respects and honors non-AI sort of bullshittery and whatnot. So it's difficult to say, like, honestly, who is in the wrong here. Again, from my personal opinion, it's the water has become too muddy at this point, and the strike has been going on for too long, and too many spices and ingredients have been put into the broth that you can't see the bottom of the pot anymore. This is essentially the you know, the vibe that I'm sort of getting off of all of this stuff. And then on top of all that, you've got all the drama farmers who are trying to go after like specific instances of certain voice actors saying this, and then some saying that, and then some third parties looking in and saying, oh, this is what's happening, or others saying, no, this is what's happening. And then just like, you know, certain actors who continue to work because of like healthcare reasons, and others who are working because they are not actually located in the United States, who are taking over roles from an actor who is striking. And it's just this whole big thing where, honestly, at this point, I feel like all parties involved are just kind of at fault to different degrees. So yeah, it's this whole thing, essentially. Trying Krita, not too bad. Never heard of this program after 25 years. Muscle memory is working against me. I mean, hey, like if Psy works for you and it like you know you're just used to it, like there's no real reason to you know switch over or force yourself to switch over if it's too uncomfortable. But you know, yeah, you could give it a try and just see if like you know the features that it has that Psy doesn't have might be enough for you to decide, you know what, I'll make the switch over here. How's it going, Patet? Appreciate you stopping in. Appreciate it. Yeah, so you just missed my whole big breakdown in my own personal opinion of the whole actor strike in the MiHoYo games. So yeah, for me personally, I don't think any of the parties come out of this looking completely innocent. If I had to say who is probably the most at fault, I would probably say SAG-AFTRA, because in all honesty, it feels like they themselves haven't really been putting that much weight behind trying to address the specific concerns that voice actors have had. They've apparently addressed the concerns that screen actors have had, but when it comes to voice acting, it doesn't seem like they got a really great deal to the same degree that the screen actors did. I don't know why they have to do like these different deals for different streaks of their union members, but you know, it whatever, I suppose. So yeah, I mean, like, there's mixed into all of it is also the fact that like some actors are like throwing shade at other actors for like not being part of the union, but like there's reasons why certain actors wouldn't want to be members of the union. They aren't in the financial a stable enough financial situation where they can't afford to pay the dues and fees for being a union member. There's also like a $3,000 upfront fee for just trying to apply and join the union. And I mean, like, being a union member, like, it seems good, you know, like they get like a certain baseline level of protections, and they're guaranteed like, hey, you're gonna be making at least this much money, and you know, if something happens to you or you're injured while working, then you know we'll take care of that, and we'll also network you and, you know, let you know about all these opportunities that you might not have known about otherwise. And so, you know, it's not bad to be a member of the union. It also doesn't, but there are actors who just might not gel with being a union member. So I think that's pretty shitty. Hoyoverse just going ahead and recasting actors who are you know, striking, trying to get better working conditions for themselves, also pretty scummy. None of what's happened is technically illegal, but something doesn't have to be illegal for it to be scummy. So I think that, you know, all like I said, the voice actors, SAG-AFTRA, MiHoYo, all of them are being scummy to varying degrees, but yeah, no one is coming out of this situation looking like complete little angels. That's all I'll say. So yeah, those are my 2 cents on this whole situation. We'll see how much longer it really has to go on. My guess is that if SAG-AFTRA doesn't stop just like dragging its ass on you know, addressing the specific concerns that voice actors have, then I feel like MiHoYo is just probably gonna get tired of waiting, and then they're just gonna do what they did with Kanish, and they're just like, you know what, fine, if you guys aren't gonna be voicing your characters, we're just gonna replace like all y'all, which I feel like that's probably what has been telegraphed as what's going to be happening, because you know, again, like Erica Harlacher is apparently going to be returning as Venti soon, and so yeah, it feels like some of the actors are probably just like, you know what, it might be time to just kind of like, you know, go FI-core on this, you know. Granted, if they are members of the union, their hands are kind of tied, because the union, if you know, they could face you know, heavy financial penalties for, you know, going against what the union says to do. But again, like, you know, actors gotta eat, so, you know, I mean, granted, like, there's other roles that they can do, obviously. There's well, no, because because if the union says to strike, then yeah, I don't know. They could also, again, this could also just be the voice actors themselves striking, because the screen actors got a good deal, but the voice actors didn't. Again, this is why this situation is really complicated, because there's so many moving parts, and there's so many different facets to each element that makes up the equation of this entire clusterfuck, that I don't think anyone really has all of the answers. Because again, like, you also gotta understand that the people who are mostly talking about this stuff are children, because children are usually the ones who actually care a lot about voice actors. And let's face it, the people who are playing these games are, like, again, children under the age of 25. So it's a lot of drama that just, again, like, children just are attracted to, like, light to flies, you know. So it's, and no one's doing the situation any favors by trying to be an authority and speak as if they have a full understanding of what's happening here. They don't. They 100% don't. So yeah, that's everything. That's everything that I feel like I have to say about this entire thing. And essentially, I probably won't speak on this again until the whole thing is finally just done and dead, because, like, yeah, until this isn't something that you just do a play-by-play on. This is something you do a post-mortem on. This is something you do an autopsy on once everything is, like, done and the dust has settled. So yeah, that's basically it. Whole English VA scene will be chaotic if this keeps up. Yeah, this program ain't bad. Being able to set your pen settings and save that is pretty rad. Yeah, so yeah, if it ends up working out for you, good stuff. But all right, we have sucked up a lot of air talking about all this shenanigans. Let's go ahead and just try and finish out the rest of this event here. We've arrived. Sorry, Paimon, I have to get to work now.
Still beating away after all this time.
Leave it to me. You two, stay on guard. Oh boy. What you up to there, boyo? Gee.
May Paimon ask a question?
Nope. You may.
Who is Durin to you? Do you think of him as one of your kind? And is he a dragon, person, animal, or monster?
Oh yeah. So I guess Albedo. So Albedo is like a homunculus, and then I guess the witch who created him also created some other homunculi, and I think Durin, the dragon of Dragonspine, was one of them. And yeah, so like I guess like Durin hates Albedo because of that or something, and yeah, it's this whole thing. It's gonna be a while before I'm set with this program. Experimenting exercise is key. Yeah. Artificial human, yes. From an alchemical perspective, we're both artificial creations, but biologically speaking, we have no relation whatsoever. So to say we are kin would be categorically incorrect.
Sounds like you prefer humans to dragons then.
So, Albedo is not a scaly. Confirmed. All right, then. It's not so much a matter of preference. Rather, as things stand, I would say I belong to the class of human, albeit a unique category thereof. But then again, most forms of life in this world possess some unique traits. I am perhaps the most unique among humans, in that I'm the only one of my kind. But soon, there will be another just like me, assuming this alchemical project proves successful. Oh yeah, and so like we found the little mini Durin, the little tiny dragon from that storybook event or whatever, and we're apparently going to try and turn him into a human. Why? I don't exactly remember, but we're gonna, I guess we'll find out. I believe Mini Durin already told you of his intent to replace the Durin of Dragonspine. After my conversation with him, he also expressed a strong interest in becoming human. It's a fascinating project, not to mention an extremely challenging one. But I understand why he came to that decision. Do you see this as an act of creation? Well, understood in the broadest sense, this project deals with both the past and future, and stands to profoundly impact many lives. That primarily is what makes it worthwhile. Helping Mini Durin become who he wants to be is a secondary consideration, though still a meaningful one. By contrast, my personal motivations are nothing so grand and meaningful. I'm just pursuing something I believe in. In my view, to cultivate life which the world cannot generate endogenously is to cultivate the world itself. Whatever aids life in attaining a greater level of perfection improves the world by doing so. It is not a question of whether this ought to be done or not, merely whether I wish to. The alchemical The alchemical enterprise is concerned with deciphering and comprehending all forms of knowledge. That is the path I walk. Of course, that's not to say that this is just a science experiment to me. Anything that affects Mondstadt, I approach first and foremost as a member of the Knights of Favonius. Does that answer your question satisfactorily? Well enough, thank you. You killed him! Oh my god. Finished. Wow. He's just got it right there.
It's like a golden energy has encased the dragon's heart.
It looks like the chicken ball that they eat in Billy and Mandy in order to become Super Saiyans. The whole heart would be too big. I don't need that much. Instead, I've just removed the core. The rest will soon lose its vitality completely. This time, Durin's body should finally die for good.
Wait, but in that case, what's gonna happen to the fake Hertha? And what about the people who fell under Durin's influence?
The Knights will keep an eye on them, but as far as I'm concerned, eliminating Durin's influence on the citizenry and creating a new Durin through alchemy are one and the same. Armed with this heart, I'll be able to complete the alchemical array and deal with all these issues in one go. Will Durin dying finally make Dragonspine, like, not suck? It would be nice if we could just go to Dragonspine and I'm not gonna freeze to death. Alrighty. Now we just go back to Mondstadt. Let's go.
The sunlight is so bright, like a dish with sharp notes of citrus, a foam made from berry leaves, and a hint of sugar. Not a bad idea.
Oh yeah, I've also heard people, they've speculated that because of this whole SAG-AFTRA shenaniganery, London might apparently be beginning to come on the rise of being an alternative for voice work, which is why some people speculate Escoffier's voice actress is like she's some flavor of like British or Irish, and like you can hear it. You can hear it in her voice.
Well met. I am Escoffier, Patissiere Supreme and Master of Precision Gastronomy. As an esteemed guest of the divine, you deserve the finest cuisine Teyvat has to offer.
You can hear it.
I hope my work is to your satisfaction. If you have an interest in the culinary arts, allow me to introduce you to the wonderful world of haute cuisine. I just hope you're mentally prepared for the undertaking. I don't tolerate a quitter.
Yeah, so I mean, okay, wait. There's also this guy. I got him just recently. I didn't care about getting him. But let's see. Let's see if he sounds British.
Hey there, I'm Aoife, a Sorrow vet from the Flower Feather Clan. You've probably heard some things about me already, but it's all good. Whatever impression you have of me, I say let's wipe the slate clean and just get to know each other. Oh yeah, then there's this little dude. That's Kikuku, my assistant. Sorrow vet in a different sense of the word, I guess. I hope the two of you will get along.
Nice to meet you, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. I almost thought his voice was AI for a second. I was like, wait, what the fuck? Hold on.
Do you hear that? Sounded like an animal call. Or maybe I'm just hearing things. Watch out for when Kikuku shakes off his feathers, or you'll get drenched. Although, actually, you're probably soaked through already. Yeah, never mind.
I think he's American. I feel like he is.
Good morning. Don't be fooled. I'm not a morning person. But I have to get to the clinic to feed the critters, or they'll start making a real racket.
I'm like 90% sure he's American. Would British Paimon be a thing then? That would be interesting. So okay, yeah, like those are like the newest characters. I mean, we also have Veressa, but I feel like she's definitely American.
Hi. I'm Veressa from the Collective of Plenty. I'm a warrior, and I also manage an orchard. If you're into food, or if you want to buy fresh fruit by the cartload, or if you like hero stories, then we should definitely hang out.
Yeah, she's definitely American. So, I don't know, but some people are saying that could be a viable alternative, which, I mean, you know, might be. Sounds Australian a little bit, but maybe it's me. Yeah, I mean, like, he definitely has, like, his voice is kind of stilted. It's almost a little too, like, precise. So it kind of sounds like a British or an Aussie, like, trying to, like, keep their Britishness or their Aussiness in check. But if he is doing that, he's doing a lot better job than a Sculfier's voice actress. Let's call it a day here. Thank you for accompanying me.
Pleasure. We sure learned a lot.
Mondstadt's a lively place during the Windbloom Festival. You should take a look around and pick out some nice souvenirs for yourself.
Oh yeah, the festival! Wonder who the Windbloom Star is gonna be this time. Well, we've been too busy dealing with this situation the entire time. Who else would be free to work during the Windbloom Festival?
I'm sure we'll find out on the day of. Alrighty, so now our customary wait 2 days. Here we go. It'll be a matter of time before we get a character with a Cajun dialect. Let it be Gumbo. Cajun, huh? That reminds me, like, I think the Gambit movie might finally be starting to enter into production. I think after Channing Tatum showed up in Deadpool, and everybody loved seeing him as Gambit, I think finally they might be ready to start doing it, especially because Ryan Reynolds was also going to bat for him to get it made, so who knows? So we could be hearing and it's funny because when I heard his Cajun accent in Deadpool and Wolverine, it sounded like it was a bad Cajun accent. I mean, that was my opinion, but apparently, according to people who actually live in Louisiana, they're like, no, he sounds right. He sounds dead on. And I'm like, oh, okay then. Awesome.
The
Good
Windbloom
stuff.
Festival is about to begin. Let's go check it out!
All right, let's see what's going on here. Hoi. Who are we meeting down here? Who dat?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just the thingy. Also, so I did a little bit more research, you know, down here, and I realized, like, so Escoffier also has her panties have like a glitter, a glittery texture to them. So I don't know what it is. I really feel like it must have been how much people kept going crazy over the Zenless Zone Zero models, to where, you know, they MiHoYo finally decided, oh, maybe we should do this in like more of our games, and that's why Mawika and Varessa have physics, and they're also deciding, like, hey, let's give the ladies, like, you know, some more interesting undergarments than just, you know, the pastel colored boy shorts. I don't know how well Mawika and Varessa and Escoffier's banners have been doing, but I'm just saying, like, if they keep this up, I'm not gonna be upset about it. Good on MiHoYo for putting some corset display on her. Well, I'm assuming you mean the her garter belt. She probably has a little bit of a corset too, and a heaping ton of side boobage, which is, again, really weird that they're doing that. You know, that, like, Mawika and her, like, her whole thing going on, and then they give Escoffier boatloads of side boob, when just a couple years ago, apparently Jean and Amber were slutting it up too much, and they had to change their whole default outfit in order to cover them up. It's crazy. Alrighty. As you all know, during this year's Windbloom Festival, the people of Mondstadt have banded together to defeat several waves of monsters that try to invade our city. Accordingly, we would like to award the title of Windbloom Star to someone who made an outstanding contribution to the defense operation. It's Albedo. This is someone who may not look like a strong warrior, but those keen insights played a vital role in gaining control over the conflict. His words and songs always have a way of lifting people's spirits, and they were a great support to us all. Venti? Let us give a round of applause to this year's Windbloom Star, Venti the Bard. What? Really? Okay, if you say so.
Wow! Amazing!
Venti!
Yay. Huh? No way, you're really gonna pick me? Why not? You're the perfect person for the job. Alright. Does that mean I get unlimited free drinks at the tavern? I'm sure they'll be more than happy to support this year's Windbloom Star. If you'd like, you can even take a drink while you give your acceptance speech to the crowd. God, just going full Ron White. In that case, let me swap out the speech for a song. I'll give Venti a chipmunk voice. Everyone, the best bard in the land is about to begin his performance, so don't go away. Gather around and lend me your ears. Oh, this is gonna suck. Oh no. Oh boy. I'm not gonna try and sing, but you know. Okay, is there not? I hereby exercise the prayer of something. Oh, look at his transmutation circle. Oh, he's just doing it. Oh my god, full Edward Elric on it. You Ubiquitous earth, flowing water, refining fire, fortifying wind. Traverse the 18th, worldly, and 20th passage. Emergent soul, enter the mortal realm. Elevate festering flesh into sacred blood and bone. O sages, witness my grand endeavor. Damn, this is pretty sick, though, I'm not gonna lie. If only Albedo was saying anything. Okay, I was so worried that Venti was actually gonna sing, and I was like, oh, this isn't gonna be good. How was I? Not bad, right? Oh, God. Is he hot? Uh-oh. I think he might be hot. Albedo with the Disney singing tunes? Albedo, you mean Venti?
How did everything go?
Very smoothly, I'd say. We achieved our goal.
Really? So Mini Durin looks like a human now?
Correct. However, his newly formed body is still stabilizing. We should give him some time. Incredible work, Albedo! I graciously accept the compliment. It really is rather remarkable, what we've accomplished.
So, how do you feel right now?
Quite good. I did what I set out to do and achieved a personal goal. I think even she would have made a rare facial expression, had she seen it.
She?
My master and mother, Gold Rhine-daughter. A long time ago, she sent me to Mondstadt with the instruction to complete a task of monumental importance, to find the truth of the world. I thought you were talking about Albedo with the singing. I did have a laugh from the misunderstanding. Good. That's what we're here for. I had a theory about what she meant, and in time I was able to corroborate it. Sure enough, finding the truth of the world basically stood for getting a life. Damn! Yep, she's a mom, alright. That might be easy for most people, but for someone like me, it meant doing a lot of learning about a lot of things. I had to find out myself and the world around me. Get to know me and get to know other people. Life is the space that exists between me and the world. To become truly human, I had to inhabit that space. So for an artificial human, finding a life is, in some sense, equivalent to finding the truth of the world.
So that's what she meant, huh? Well, no wonder those monsters wanted to infiltrate the city and replace you. They wanted your life for themselves!
Being alive is just existing, but having a life is what makes you truly human. I think that's the message she wanted to get across to me. You hear that? You hear that? You fucking nerds and weebs and geeks? Having a life is what makes you human. Get away from the screen once in a while, okay? Still, I found this whole series of events has given me new inspiration. Becoming human is only the beginning. What follows is the choices a human has to make in life, as well as the kinds of family bonds they will form. Most people would probably see the events of the last few days as something out of a nightmare. But for me, it's just part of my family life. I fear that the carefree existence my brother has enjoyed this far will now come to an end. Just like me, he will have to step into the world and face the same constraints as everyone else.
You've got an unusual family, that's for sure.
Well, I suppose we get it from our mother. She's highly unusual. But I hate touching grass. It's too bad. Get out there. Touch the grass. If that's not to your speed, touch the dirt. Touch the asphalt. Touch the snow. Touch whatever it is that's out there. As long as it's not a glass screen. There are all kinds of families in the world. Some base their life around the family store, others around the farm. In my family, I suppose we tend to the flower beds. And now I'm a gardener too. As long as you feel like you've gained something from the experience, just don't touch Dragonspine. Yeah, you'll die. Master never showed her face, but if the Hexenzirkel knows what I've done, that means she knows as well and gave her approval. Oh yeah, that's right! You missed Alice last time, Vic. Oh, ain't that too bad. She finally shows up, and you weren't there. Ain't that a shame? Since devouring Nibirius, it would seem she has finally found a modicum of peace. And if so, then I am truly happy for her. She didn't always have a penchant for madness, you know?
Devouring Nibirius? What's Nibirius?
No, right? Damn. So the truth is, she did appear, but she was like she was just like a giant Dodoko. She was a giant Dodoko with a really fluffy tail and a witch hat. Granted, though, she was wearing her witch hat in a really sexy fashion, you know, with the brim down over like one eye. So that clues me in to the fact that when she finally does appear in her human form, yeah, we're finally gonna get the witch MILF like we've been waiting for all these years. I watched the scene on a YouTube video. She's in the Dodoko form. Ah, man. Dang. All right, yeah, but still, what I said stands. Like, hopefully she'll show up in her human form one day with like the, you know, she's got like the, yeah, you know. Must MiHoYo tease us? Oh yes. I was actually like freaking out. I was like, wait a second, Alice is gonna show up? And then, yeah, she did technically show up. Man. It's the name of the ruler of life.
What?
Looming with the standard. I even see Mona's teacher in that form as well. I think we saw Mona's teacher, like, well, yeah, Mona's teacher showed up, too. I think we did get to kind of see Albedo's mom, you know, like, I think we got to see her hand or something like that. I did watch half your stream. Yeah. Aunt Alice told me about it not too long ago, but it came as no surprise. I knew Master would do it sooner or later. As for the ruler of life, all I truly know is this. Nibirius is not gone. Instead, because of Master's actions, she and Nibirius are now one. In any case, thank you so much for your help during this ordeal, and for choosing to stand by my side through it all.
Of course. That's what friends are for.
Paimon took the words right out of my mouth, because I didn't say anything. Hearing you say that means more than I can say. I'll make sure to pass along the sentiment when I report back to Master Jean.
Oh, so you're heading back to headquarters? Well, good luck with the report.
Thank you. I'll get going. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya.
Wow, this Windbloom Festival turned out to be a special one. It feels like we really made a difference. Oh, Paimon almost forgot. If the Windbloom star has already been chosen, what is this year's Windbloom gonna be?
Wanna take a guess?
Venti, you're back.
Yay. I like how this paint program, you push the button on your stylus and a mini paintbrush and color wheel pops up. That's pretty awesome. Some people like it, some people don't. I think I got rid of it, but and just like mapped it to a different button. But yeah, I mean, it's if it works for you, yeah, it is pretty cool. Well, I couldn't keep my two dear friends in the dark about this year's Windbloom now, could I? What do you think of the Cecilia? It's quite fitting. I like it. The true feelings of the prodigal son. A sentiment as sweet and warm as a gentle spring breeze. Perfect for the season. Really, give me your hand. Nunny. The mages are very pleased that you and Albedo managed to pass their trial. Albedo received the materials he sought, so you deserve something in return as well. Is it a weapon? Please let it be a weapon. It's alright, but still pretty awesome. Yeah. The Hexenzirkel wants you to have this. It contains something entirely one of a kind. A secret of sorts. When the time is right, it will reveal itself to you. So no need to open it right away.
Wow! A gift and a mystery all in one! The mages sure love their secrets, huh?
Are we sure one of them isn't J.J. Abrams? According to the sender, you are probably the only person who could make use of something like this. So I suppose it belongs with you. Alright, thanks. Ah, well, all I did was deliver it. Although I did go to great lengths during this whole ordeal. I suppose a reward for my efforts wouldn't be out of the question.
You've helped a lot, Venti. How about we treat you to a drink?
Oh boy, I don't think that's a financially responsible decision. Really? I'll hold you to that, you know. No going back on your word.
Of course, Dad! Let's go to the tavern right now!
Oh, we're gonna get absolutely turned. Let's go. Music to my ears. I'm so happy I could fly. It's like this festival was made for me or something. When no love remains for the songs to tell, the world becomes naught but an empty shell. Cruel is said fate, cruel it may be, were it not for a hero who could set us all free. Through shadows so cold he sought wisdom untold, chasing a fragrance the wind only knows. I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Thus wistfulness waned and faded into night as he stepped from the darkness and into the light. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. Aha! Oh, is that it? Is that actually it? So there was only about like another 20 minutes or something left of it, huh? Okay, so is that actually all it? Let's see. Sacred Mountain. Yep, I did it. Alrighty then. I guess that's that. There is this what is this? Whirling Waltz? Oh my god, there's only 8 hours of it left. I guess we can go check this out. You know, we still got like about 40 minutes left, so might as well. Merry Christmas. Oh, wait a second. Yeah. There's also a pretty sick looking weapon that's I can get here. So why not? Let's finish out the rest with this event here. What is this? Sequence of Solitude. HP %. When an attack hits an opponent, deal AoE damage equal to 40% of max HP at the target location. This effect can be triggered once every 15 seconds. Oh, so it's like that one sword. Oh, who has that sword right now? Is it? Yeah. Yeah. It's like this thing. When a normal charge or plunging attack hits an opponent, it will whip up a hewing gale, dealing AoE damage equal to 180% of attack and increasing attack by 15% for 8 seconds. So yeah, like when you use this thing, like just suddenly like these winds will just pop up. All right. I mean, that's fine. I can fuck with it. All right. Let's make our way downtown. What's going on over here?
Hey, there's a newsstand over there. Want to grab a copy of the Steambird? We know our Fontanian friends love a little drama. There's no way they let their readers down.
Yeah, the Fontanians are not the only ones interested in drama.
Isn't that Charlotte? And standing next to her, surely that can't be Kaniche?
Oh, Charlotte, why do you hate me so much?
How about...
Oh, shit.
Lost treasure resurfaces at last. Behold the beauty of the Remurian teacup.
Okay, so this is Kenich's new voice. Yeah, this is the new voice actor that snaked the role from the old voice actor, which... So, I mean, I guess since I talked about it this stream, I might as well, like, voice how I feel about that. It is scummy to just, like, to take a role from another actor, I will admit. Did the actor deserve death threats? No. Now, the thing is, I have heard, I believe it was Kaylee Mills. I think she's the voice actress for Kachin. Kuching, and also Rappy in Nikke. She said that this feels like chasing clout, because if it was just about the money, he could have taken the role uncredited, which is true. However, obviously, clout within the realm of acting is kind of a currency that is needed in order to go on to, do other projects. Because if you're uncredited in a role, other publishers, other casting directors, they're not going to be able to know, like, who's, what performances you've done. So I still think ultimately, like, I think this guy knew what he was in for when he decided, yeah, I'm just gonna take this role from another actor. So overall, I say that, yeah, the best thing for him to have done would have probably been to just take the role uncredited. But yeah, I mean, obviously, like, you don't send death threats or anything like that to the guy. So this non-union VA that I heard about, yeah. So apparently, I believe he's an American actor living in Japan, or he might be, because I think he has a Japanese name too. So he might be Japanese and he just is fluent in English, or he's actually like an American-born Japanese person, and now he lives in Japan. So I don't know. All right. And there's no Charlotte, boy.
Hold up. This one's a gem. Illegal restaurant caught serving saurian stew. Proves surprisingly popular.
What?
Pretty shocking. But it still feels like it's missing something. Ah, got it. Udex gravely wounded in shocking stabbing. Set to miss cross-border smuggling trial.
I will say I like his old voice better. I think his old voice just fit him a lot better. So I feel like he's probably American-born Japanese, because his English sounds way too good for him to have been like a Japanese person that like learned English, even if like he learned it fluently. Like there's just some things that you can't shake if you from your mother tongue,
My, oh my, that can't be for real. Fine. I hate to admit it, but you've won this one.
Huh? What? Did Paimon hear that right? Neuvillette was stabbed and gravely wounded? No, surely that can't be right. Can it?
surely not. If it is, we're all toast.
Huh? I thought I heard familiar voices. Well, if it isn't Relium Paimon.
Experimenting with Crit a while. Thanks for introducing this program. It's pretty alright so far. Oh, I'm glad you're taking to it. Yeah, no problem.
What a coincidence! Mr. Kanich and I were talking about you two just a few minutes ago. Unfortunately for me, he's a very loyal friend. I pressed him for some juicy details, but he remained tight-lipped about you. So, anyway, you want to share with me about what the Great Rally's triumph exploits in Natlan? Ahem. It was a team effort. Modest as ever. Anyway, I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. Sorry. Just realized I can do the pop-up with the right-click button. Yes, sir. Let me backtrack a little. Hi, you two. It's been ages. What brings you back to Fontaine?
Hey there, you two. Fancy running into you here.
What a pleasant surprise to hear someone talking.
Yeah, that, and also a less than pleasant shock. What the heck was all that about a Saurian meat restaurant and the Yudex getting stabbed? Please say you weren't being serious.
Oh, that. We were just trading tabloid headlines. Is that what you're talking about?
Trading tabloid headlines?
Yeah. Charlotte and I were having a little contest to see who could find the most ridiculous fake news stories.
Well, I mean, listen here, Kanish. According to some people in the world, there is no such thing as fake news.
Either I got lucky, or I have a knack for honing in on the most outrageous material.
I'm sorry you had to see such an unflattering side to Fontaine, Mr. Kanish. These third-rate tabloids write their headlines purely to shock and scandalize. All they care about is grabbing your attention to boost their sales. The ones who've still got a shred of integrity will at least clarify the truth in the main body of the article, although the misleading headline is still an underhanded trick to draw readers in. fucking Paimon and Lumine just glaring down Charlotte. Just absolutely like, That's so true. Trivia is the key for clicks. But others, like the one we were just reading aloud, have no qualms about making outright fabrications.
If I had to quantify it, I'd say about 1% of what they write is the truth.
Yeah, I mean, granted, people like to, well, they don't accuse me of clickbaiting, but obviously whenever, you know, they come in and they're like that thumbnail, it's like obviously they're you know, trying to indirectly say that I did. Granted though, like, I mean, like what do you think? Like, it's a, you can see that it's a live stream because it says live on it. What do you think I'm playing in here? Like Genshin porn? Like, no. What, if you're just plain stupid enough to like actually click on something because of the clickbait, then I mean, just, I don't know, get good. Where's the boobs exactly?
That's pretty lenient of you, Mr. Kanish.
Him? Lenient? Oh, you gotta be kidding!
Hey, the sexy robot, there she goes.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to give credit to these so-called news stories for occasionally including a grain of truth.
Oh.
All I'm saying is, even the wildest leaps of the human imagination are always rooted in reality.
Damn, that was a good shot. That was a good nice shot of the sexy robot. I swear to God, if Doki Bird played Genshin, she would never leave this city.
You mean all those fake headlines you mentioned actually do have some basis in fact?
Sure they do. For instance, there was in fact a smuggling trial recently. Considering the amount of speculation surrounding the smuggled goods, it's no wonder there are rumors about restaurants serving saurian meat or teacups being unearthed from ancient ruins. But in reality, the goods in question were simply a few ancient relics dug up from ruins in Natlan. Rest assured, no saurians were harmed in the process.
Okay, that's good. I mean, I like how we're so relieved to hear that no saurians were harmed, despite the fact that in order to level up Varessa, we literally have to go and kill baby saurians. That's why it took me so long to level her up, because I didn't want to do that. So I just kept waiting for the little saurian teeth to be replenished in the shop every month. What makes me curious, we got furries and scalies, so what do we call robot admirers? Like, well, oh, what is the, what are the, like, rivet pounders or something? I don't know. Not that I'm complaining about the curvy robot. Yeah. Well, I mean, like, both the lady and the man robot, like, why'd they make them so sexy?
And if you're wondering why the Yudics didn't preside over the trial, it's because this case was assigned to another judge right from the offset. It's not as if the Palais Mermonia only has one judge. We can't expect Monsieur Neuvillette to handle every single case himself. On a more interesting note,
There she goes again. Oh, I hate to see you go, but I love watching you leave.
On a more interesting note, the trial in question went remarkably smoothly. And it's all thanks to Mr. Kenich's testimony as a key witness.
Oh, okay. Paimon was so busy freaking out about those headlines that she totally forgot to ask why you're here in Fontaine, Kenich.
Phew, it was all a misunderstanding. The world's not going to end.
Maybe not, but it'd be an even better world for me if Mr. Kenich here would agree to another exclusive interview with the Steambird.
It was a pretty open and shut case, and my testimony in court was clear enough. But I'm guessing, Mademoiselle Charlotte, that you're less interested in the case than you are in trying to uncover some news stories about Natlan.
Drat! You saw right through me! Guess I'll put it down to the keen instincts of a renowned saurian hunter. Any response to that, or...?
I appreciate your kind invitation, but like I said, storytelling isn't really my forte.
Dang. God dang, I'll go beep boop over her. Jeez.
Kenich the speechless! Kenich the tongue-tied! Huh?
If you're dead set on doing an interview, why not talk to the Traveler instead?
Back to me again.
Of course, that's a brilliant idea. But that also means I'll need a bit more time to prep. Let me put together a thorough list of interview questions.
Sounds like I'm not allowed to refuse.
Well, I know I can be persistent, but at the end of the day, it's your call. Anyway, I should probably be getting back to work. I also need to go track down a gestionnaire and report these increasingly outrageous tabloids. Farewell, my friends. Until we meet again,
Which will be never, because you never show up!
Charlotte never stops, does she?
I think I got like 3 of a different, like, who was it? Was it Chevy? I think, like, I was trying to get Charlotte. Well, I mean, you know, trying as much as I could while, you know, building pity. And I got 0 copies of Charlotte. I think I got another copy of a 5-star before I was able to get a Charlotte. And I'm never gonna get her. What up, my 10101? Speak robot, use your pager number slang. It's like that Futurama joke where the 1s and 0s appear on the wall in blood. And Leela's like 11001101101101110001. What does that mean? And Bender's like, it's just gibberish. And then he looks at a mirror that's on the other side of the wall, and he's like 01101110111000110. Ah! And then he just like throws himself out a window. Oh, I fucking love Futurama so much.
Anyway, Paimon just has to ask. That how thing that popped out before, or was it a how? It kind of looked like a how, but at the same time...
Oh, that thing.
That thing.
Yeah, that was a how.
Huh? What's up with him? Like, he's still noisy, but he's way quieter than before. It's like he's trying to hide or something.
Maybe he's not acclimatizing very well to Fontaine. I wish they would have did a dumb Red Rum robot joke. That is the Red Rum robot joke. That's like, because it's like, you know, saying it forward, it's just gibberish, but then you see it backwards in a mirror and you're like, so yeah, it was red rum.
Could be.
Not acclimatizing? Aw, poor Almighty Dragon Lord is not feeling well.
Too bad he can't come out to argue back.
What do you mean?
There's nothing physically wrong with him.
Hey!
It actually has to do with a strange law we learned about after arriving in Fontaine.
Oh, is it the one about the you have to have floating things attached to a string or something?
Apparently, it's forbidden to release flying objects within Fontaine city limits during the first 3 days of each month.
That's right! And I'm sure Paimon gets it even better.
Paimon sure does.
Look at her. She's like, I like that. It's like, yep, I know my stuff about not being able to release flying things. She's going like full shake and bake. And I helped.
Paimon's been down this road before. There's an easy solution. As long as Kanish holds onto a house tail, he'll be considered an Almighty Dragon Lord balloon, not a flying Almighty Dragon Lord.
Not gonna lie, I was considering that. But Ahau wasn't too thrilled with the idea of huffing and puffing away in the form of a mini helium balloon. That said, it's pretty annoying how he keeps randomly popping up all of a sudden. Anyway, this morning I saw a notice outside the Palais Mermonia about an event that's set to take place outside the city soon. Something to do with filmmaking. I hear that's all the rage here.
Okay, here's the thing. Is Farina going to be voiced? That's all I give a shit about. If she's not, we might have to just end the stream right then and there.
I was planning to stay here and do some exploring for a few extra days anyway, so I think I'll go check it out. It'll be a good chance to let that noisy helium balloon out. He might even learn a thing or two. If you're free, why don't you come along?
Sure, seeing Ahau angry always makes my day.
I know where it is, so let me lead the way.
First he was huffing and puffing, then he's dragging. Dragon. I get it. Alright, let's see. Take a stroll outside the city with Kanish. Must we? Holy hell, when they mean, outside the city, they really mean it. Alright, you know what? Ayaka, let's go. It's funny how they haven't had any other characters have that sprint other than Mona and Ayaka. What is all of this? None of this was here before.
Looks like I remembered correctly. Here we are.
Wow, this is awesome! Hard to believe it was just an empty beach before.
Yeah, it was still completely deserted only a few days ago when I passed by on my way to testify at the Opera House. There must be some efficient workers in Fontaine. Quite impressive.
A few days? One night was all it took. Rap-a-tap-tap, ta-da!
Hey, yo. My girl, you need to remember to breathe.
But is this all it takes to blow people away? Oh, no. Given my past experience, I can't let myself get carried away.
There's something oddly familiar about the way you talk.
Well, I can't believe you actually remember me. It's me, Lepine Pauline. That's right, the unlucky one.
Oh my god, you're so proud of that. Good to see you again. The prototype lens has come in handy, by the way. Been keeping yourself busy with some proper work lately?
Of course. How else would we have managed to build Fantasyland in a single night?
Fantasyland? What, literal Fantasyland? Not metaphorical, condescending Fantasyland? Actual Fantasyland. Damn, how about that? I thought that was Farina speaking at first. Nah, not even.
Fantasyland?
At least that's how I like to think of it myself. A magical land of fantasy, the stuff of film buffs' dreams.
Oh wait, one of the lands in Disneyland is Fantasyland. Yeah, the old one with all the dark rides.
I know it sounds like I'm laying it on thick, but that really is the goal here. As you can see, the theme of this amusement park is Fontanian filmmaking, a place for all film lovers to come together and co-construct a world of dreams.
Co-construct? Well, that's a relief. Sounds like you're sharing the cost this time rather than pouring your entire life savings into a single project.
Nope! I might be inviting others to help fund this, but that doesn't mean I haven't thrown all my life savings into it too!
That doesn't mean I haven't spent all my money.
Huh? You've got to be kidding. Ha! Look at you, puny little humans. Recklessly betting your entire future against some stupid vanity project.
How come How's voice actor didn't decide to strike? Man.
If you're expecting even an ounce of sympathy from the almighty Dragon Lord, dream on! Mockery is all you shall get, straight from the heart!
She doesn't even know what she's looking at, which I think was all of our reactions to a How when he first showed up.
Sorry, just ignore that little gizmoid. He likes to butt in occasionally. Do go on.
Gizmoid? Who you calling Gizmoid? You're the Gizmoid!
Wow! That's quite a nifty mecha you've got yourself there. Is it some sort of smart personal assistant?
Oh my god!
You ought to let Miss Charlotte see your cool gadget. Who knows? Maybe you could even look into mass production.
Damn, this voice actress is like really trying to capitalize on the fact that there aren't a whole lot of established voice actors who are voicing in the events right now, and it's like, this is my time to shine. I gotta show everyone what my stuff is made of. Surprised by that, considering his absence to his voice in the Natland segment. Yeah.
Mass production? Ugh, insolent, vulgar, and disrespectful! I, the almighty Dragon Lord, am one of a kind! There has never been another like me, nor will there ever be! And another thing, smart is the understatement of the century! I shall have you know that I am Kahulahau, forebear of ancient wisdom! I lived for eons long before any of you were born!
What? Heavens above! I beg your pardon, forebear of ancient wisdom. Please, I meant no offense.
Oh no.
Idiot meets idiot.
Damn.
What's all the fuss? Making some new friends, are we?
Navia! She's voiced! Yay! Oh my god, my girl. All of her is here. Oh man. Yay. Sounds like hyperactive Paimon. Yeah. Oh, that makes me so happy.
Allow me to introduce the star behind all the work that's gone into this venue. Miss Navia, president of Fontaine Spina di Rosula.
I know who she is. She's my wife. Thank you very much. Look at her sparkle. Look at her glisten. She is here to finally fill the dead air of the Genshin Impact events. Oh, our Lord and Savior.
Hello, everyone. Partner, Paimon. How have you been lately?
Ah, my trusty partner. Very well, thanks. Even better now that you're here. Damn. Okay. Hey, Lumine, remember, she's got a girlfriend, okay?
Hello there. I'm Kanich.
Hello there.
What about me? What about me? My useless servant can't even give me a proper introduction.
Wait a second. All the characters here are voiced. Holy shit.
You'd think someone yelling their name out in the middle of a public street really needs an introduction?
He's not wrong. I caught yours just now, in fact. So, you must be the almighty Dragon Lord, Mr. Ahau. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Someone showing him respect? Oh.
Oh, see that? That's what I call proper manners.
Then why didn't you shake her hand?
Well, it's not every day you meet a well-mannered human. Navia, was it? Excellent. You may address the Almighty Dragon Lord by his name.
What universe are we in? I don't know, but I think I like it.
Navia, don't you think the title Almighty Dragon Lord is a bit silly?
It's no big deal. All little animals do that, don't they? I mean, try to puff themselves up to look more impressive.
A house totally being treated like a little cuddly pet.
Anyway, it's all thanks to Miss Navia and the Spina di Rosula that Fantasyland's gotten up and running in the space of a single night. Honestly, thank heavens! After all that paperwork and endless waiting, the event and venue finally got the green light. I couldn't wait a moment longer. The second the approval came through, I reached out to President Navia, hoping she could lend a hand. After all, who else but the Spina di Rosula would indulge such impulsive demands?
Navia, her fucking face. She's like, yeah, I mean, yeah.
Sorry, traveler. Miss Lapine Pauline sometimes gets a bit overwhelmed by her own excitement, as you can see.
I could see, yes. What made it even better was like the slow turn, too. She was just like... So funny.
I'm guessing she hasn't gone into much detail about the event yet, so let me fill you in. In short, the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland is a fan convention that's open to film enthusiasts from all over Teyvat. Miss Lapine Pauline is hosting this event and also providing technical support.
Wow, we're all gonna die.
Huh? Cheval Moran?
That's right. The one and only Surintendant Cheval Moran.
Who, what, where?
After much persistence and many solicitations, I finally obtained Lady Farina's permission to use the image of her close friend.
Say what?
Not only is our adorable mascot drawing in fans by the minute, but she's also boosting her own popularity. And that was always the goal. A win-win arrangement.
Wait. Oh, that's Farina's little little water seahorse that she uses. The one where like she makes it blow bubbles and then she like hugs it. Oh, that's kind of cute.
It's been a while since we last met, but still, it's a surprise to hear Lapine Pauline coming out with such sensible ideas. By the way, Miss Lapine Pauline, have you decided to switch careers and go into film tech?
Not exactly. By chance, one of the prototype lenses I developed caught a photographer's eye, and it's now being used for the latest cinematic productions. Thanks to this unexpected opportunity, I've had the chance to invent various film-related equipment and props.
That's right. So don't underestimate Miss Lapine Pauline, our resident engineer. She's the technical powerhouse at the core of this entire event.
Wow.
As for the Spina di Rosula, we're mainly here to take care of planning, operations, and management. For anyone feeling inspired to set up a booth, Miss Lapine Pauline and I will provide the necessary technical and operational support once their application has been approved.
I really appreciate that her name rhymes and that they're saying it so often.
By the way, traveler, are you at all interested in taking part?
I mean, if you're involved, baby, definitely for sure.
It would be a chance for you to earn some extra income. Plus, with your skills, I'm sure you could bring something special to the table.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Paimon would be even more tempted if you were to, say, throw in one of those fancy feasts she's seen in those gourmet food reels.
Well, as it happens, that'll be a piece of cake. Everyone needs to eat, whether they be tourists or the stall owners themselves. So thanks to Miss Navia's help, we've managed to invite none other than the celebrity chef, Miss Escoffier, to run our theme restaurant.
Oh boy.
Look over there.
Look at her go.
You! Yes, you! For the last time, the ingredients have to be in the right ratio! Get it right next time, or you might as well just lie down on the chopping board yourself.
Hey, yo. Hey, if she's supposed to be a Gordon Ramsay type, why didn't y'all just let her use her British accent?
Escoffier, a famous chef and pioneer of Fontaine's precision gastronomy, a culinary movement that takes the rigorous precision and quantitative methods that are routine in scientific experimentation and applies them to cooking. Oh, she's a baker. so baking is a wait, no, baking isn't like a new thing. They've had cake. What are they talking about? In the eyes of her students, she is both a genius who strives for perfection and a stickler whose exacting standards fill them with dread. To create dishes that transcend the sublime, she is constantly pushing the boundaries of flavor. She's spicy.
She seems a bit busy right now.
Well, I'm sold. I think I'll make a Hal go be her assistant.
Yeah!
You little... What's your game here?
Demoiselle, sorry to bother you, but there's an issue over here that requires your personal attention.
What do you want, NPC? You didn't do the character story? For Escoffier? No, I haven't done her character story yet. But how's it going, Lee? Hope you're all right today.
Apologies. Looks like it's back to work with me. Please feel free to take a gander at what we've got. Anyway, if you're interested in taking part, come find me later.
Sure thing, baby. All right. Find out more. Let's see. Talk to Navia. Business acumen. And is there another one? Find out more about the convention by asking Lapine Pauline. Wait. Can I see what she's up to here?
The fresh vegetables from the new batch are exceptional quality. I just wish I could say the same about the new staff.
Damn. Okay, what do you got? What do you got going on here?
Greetings. Apologies if you overheard my harsh words just now, but I assure you it is entirely necessary.
I like how she's got the custom like dark shadow eyes right here, even though she's got like the little heart highlights in her eyes. I also really like her eyes, like the little like red ring inside of them is it's a really nice touch. Also the fact that again she's got the little heart highlight.
The sheer lack of standards here will be the death of me. Do you have any idea of the kind of customers I'm gonna get with how lax things are at the moment? The ones that leave their guns behind by accident and then come back to collect them later, bringing ammunition with them.
Yeah, that's the kind of customer you wouldn't forget in a hurry.
Oh.
Escoffier is fine.
Before?
She's really good. I've been using her, and also look at the little crab man on the box back there. He's stuck. Oh no. But yeah, Escoffier is really good, like from a gameplay perspective, and yeah, I like her design. At first glance, it doesn't look that impressive, but it's one of those things where it's like the longer you gaze at it, the more stuff you kind of like jumps out at you.
No, it's just the mention of guns reminded me. Someone did actually leave their gun nearby.
Was it Cloran or was it Chevy?
Huh?
Just before we started setting up, as we were cleaning up the site, someone stumbled upon a mysterious locked box. It didn't look like something from Fontaine, though. It had more of a Natlanese vibe.
Someone from Natlan with guns. So it was what was her name? It's not Chica. It's but it's something like that. At least she is the you did this wrong. You're supposed to do this and this, and not that you did this wrong. What's wrong with you? Type of person. But that's what you want in a chef. That's what makes them funny. Man, personality-wise, she's fine in my book. I like her.
Oh?
Do you think a foreign tourist might have left it behind?
That's what I assumed at first. But the box was buried beneath a pile of wooden planks, rocks, and whatnot, so it seemed like someone deliberately hid it there. But I didn't see much point in speculating, so the best thing I could think of was to hand it over to the authorities.
Oh.
I trekked all the way over to the Palais Mermonia just to hand it in. Ugh, it was exhausting.
What did the authorities make of it?
Oh, they made a mountain out of a molehill, as usual. Before even addressing the question of what was actually inside the box, they had several heated discussions about whose responsibility it was to write the lost and found notice.
Oh, trying to pass the buck off. Nice.
Thankfully, the ever-reliable Officer Sedine stepped up and immediately called in the Marechaussee Phantom to crack the lock and check if there were any dangerous items inside.
The Marechaussee... Wait, so, Lenny? Lenny got called in?
And, as it turned out, there was a gun.
Wow, that's a dangerous item, all right.
Mind if I ask what kind of gun it was?
Oh yeah, Mr. Kanich, you're from Natlan, aren't you? Do you know a lot about guns?
Wow. Is Natlan Natlan isn't the America of this game, is it? Oh, Mr. Kanich, you're from America, aren't you? Do you know a lot about guns?
You could say it comes with the job. I have an interest in weaponry and the like.
Funny part about Skullfia's character story is she really shows Genshin's need of unique NPC designs. The day you do it, you'll understand. Huh.
Such a spoiled brat. What, are the toys I gave you not good enough for you anymore?
Yep, got sick of those long ago.
You little... How dare you turn your nose up at my gifts? Why
Time for a timeout, old-timer. Sorry, where were we? Oh yeah, do you recall what the gun looked like?
It's a bit hard to describe. If you asked me, it didn't even really look like a gun. Give me a second. I'll knock out a quick sketch.
Huh? Interesting.
Something like this.
That's really good. Jeez. Okay.
Whoa, it's so neat and precise.
Sketched by a professional engineer, after all.
It's nothing.
Cute.
Sorry. Is something wrong with my drawing? I know it doesn't really look like a gun, but I assure you, this is exactly what it looked like. And it certainly could shoot as well, too. I confirmed that with the officer from the Marechaussee Phantom.
No, quite the opposite. The features are very accurate, and it is definitely from Natlan.
Imagine having two NPCs that look the exact same on the background as the one you're paying attention to in the story.
Please, don't mind me. I'm just taking a moment to admire it.
Is that what was happening with a Skullfia? Damn. What you looking at there? Thanks a lot, Lapine Pauline. Can't wait for the event to get started.
I should be the one thanking you. Thank you, and everyone else for your support.
Don't mention it. Besides, we haven't really done anything.
Not at all. The buzz and excitement you guys bring is exactly what this event needs.
We've literally just got here. We haven't done anything.
Oh dear. I'm starting to feel a bit guilty watching everyone else toil away. Guess it's about time I got back to work too. But just before I go, one last thing. Traveler, it's wonderful to see you. Here's to a successful collaboration.
Faux show. It seems like Kanich has something to say. Let's go find a quiet spot. After saying goodbye to Lapine Pauline, you and Kanich all...
I'm sure you noticed that there was something unusual about that gun.
It looked ancient.
Correct.
Rude.
It's most likely an old weapon dug up from some ancient dragon ruins. Based on my experience, it might be more accurate to refer to it as a hand cannon. But in Fontaine terms, it's not wrong to call it a gun.
It's a deagle?
Given why I came here, don't you think it's curious that an ancient dragon relic of unknown origin would turn up like this, out of the blue? I suspect this gun might have something to do with that smuggling case.
Fan character of
it
the
might have
region.
slipped through the cracks.
Really? Farina simp? Oh, she can join the club. We've got jackets.
Time is of the essence. So I'd like to head over to the Palais Mermonia to verify my suspicions.
I think I'll join you. That doesn't sound fun at all. I would like to not do that.
Perfect. Then we can head out right away.
Oh, man.
Or, if you want to catch up with your friends first, I can wait.
Yeah, please do that. let's talk to Navia first before we finish things out. Yay, Navia! I love you.
Traveler, it's you!
It's me.
Ready to join the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland crew?
And it's you. You speak. I'm so happy. Let's do this.
It's time, dear partner in Paimon, for us to turn our attention to the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland. As I mentioned, the park was started up by enthusiasts who brought in the Spina di Rosula to handle the planning, construction, and operations. Of course, enthusiasts aren't typically all-around experts. They usually stick to designing the event booths. We, for our part, handle long-term operations and develop standardized strategy guides for the different activities.
Strategy guides. I remember using those back in the day. We don't have strategy guides anymore for like dedicated games. Like, oh man, I used the shit out of my Sonic Adventure 2 battle strategy guide when trying to construct my chows exactly the way I wanted them to, and finding where all of the emblems and all the shit in the stages was at. Oh man.
Long-term operation.
Now you just use the internet.
Strategy? It all sounds so complicated.
Or fucking Nvidia's AI or whatever.
We spend most of our time adventuring, and we barely have any experience running a stall. Do you think we can handle this?
Not every big boss went to business school, you know. We've done plenty of big business ourselves.
That's more like it. You've seen it all before, haven't you, partner? I'd even go as far as to say you've shaped some of Tevat's biggest business ventures. Anyway, first things first. Let's get an overview of how the whole festival's gonna be run.
Wait, oh, this is for the, yeah, these are all the mini games I'm assuming that I have to engage in. I am probably gonna play this off stream so that I can get that, weapon. Uh-huh.
As you can see, our Fantasyland's a bit like a sugar-free macaron right now. Several areas are still under construction.
You can buy the Pokemon strategy guide. It has Pokemon name pronunciation section and is totally correct. Uh-huh.
Spina's only been able to hire a limited number of craftsmen. Besides, we don't have enough experience to handle multiple projects simultaneously.
Like Pikachu? I see.
That's why I chose to adopt a time slot-based planning method, so we can focus on specific tasks during each designated period.
Is this a management mini game? Oh man, Pogo would love this.
Upgrading facilities, expanding the venue, hiring staff. All of this requires funds and time slots to accomplish. So, it's our job to allocate precious time slots in each business cycle to the most worthwhile tasks. As we attract more guests and earn money to add to our funds, we'll also be able to work more efficiently, which will allow us to divide each cycle into finer time slots, which will let us get more done.
So we'll be limited in the decisions we can make and tasks we can focus on within each time period.
I don't know why that just scared me. Look at the Paimon icon. There's a Paimon character icon like all the other characters have, but now it's for Paimon. I don't know why that scared me, but it did. Oh, that's funny.
Which means we have to use our limited actions and Mora to earn even more Mora. Kinda like playing chess or cards then. Cooking up a strategy in advance is gonna be key.
I see.
Paimon thinks she just about gets it. How do you feel about it, Traveler?
Haha, sounds right up my alley. Guess we'll learn on the job.
Yep, come on, we can do this. You mentioned standardized strategy guides just now. Does that mean there are non-standard ways to take part too?
Of course. Film and entertainment mean different things to different people. And there's gonna be a wide range of exciting activities for people to try out.
It looks weirdly like taller Paimon with more hair. I've seen the tall Paimon animation. It was definitely interesting.
If we're not careful, Some visitors might wander off and end up getting in trouble, and others might pick up dangerous props by mistake. To avoid confusion, we need to create a standardized strategy guide for each activity. Just think of it like a walkthrough.
I see you want me to be your test player. You want me to set the benchmark.
Wow, if we're the first ones to test out the activities, who knows what surprises there could be waiting for us. But if we hit a tough spot, we'll just have to rely on our skills to carry us through.
Ah, yes, our skills, our managerial skills.
Hopefully it goes without saying that I'd never put you in danger, partner. I carefully checked all the existing activities before you arrived, and I can assure you that they're all perfectly safe.
I know you wouldn't lead me astray, baby girl.
I also wanted you to experience the activities before anyone else gets to. It'll be fun. Plus, we'd like to hear your thoughts and suggestions.
Oh, those are two things Navia is best at. Making people feel safe and having fun.
Aw.
Great. Well, I can't wait to hear what you think. Your input is super important to us.
Man, I just, like, seeing her again and actually hearing her be voiced has just made me remember just, like, how much I love Navia. And, like, my Navia team, honestly, was, like, my go-to for a really long while. I smashed everything that came in front of me with that team. Literally.
All right, then. Let's start with eclectic escapades and put our first guide together.
All the way in the back, huh? Okay. Well, let's, I guess I'll just try one. We'll just give this one a try, and then we'll, you know, probably call it there for the evening.
All right, then. Time to try out eclectic escapades.
Okay. Let's see what happens here. Unlock the facility. Oh, here it comes. Oh. Oh, we just built this right now, did we? I see. Yes, that's how it works. Go formulate. Formulate a standard strategy to ensure smooth running of the facility. Okay. Still don't entirely know what that's supposed to mean, but I guess I'm gonna find out. Collect the required number of adventure coins and reach the destination to complete the challenge. Beware of some traps in the stage that will decrease challenge time if touched. Special skills can create acceleration rings in front of the character while they are diving or gliding. Not only can you speed up using skills, but they can also use them to dodge obstacles or break through terrain. Uh-huh. Okay, let's go. Whoa. Oh boy. Let's go. Let's go. Uh-huh. Oh, this is like, you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of that, the flying mini game from that one event a while back. What was it? Was that no, it was it was that little like city or town that was in the that was inside of that bottle or something. I really liked that event. I liked that area, and I liked all those little games. So yeah, I like this. Let's go. This is so whimsical. Whoa. Okay. Okay, go, 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 go. Yay. Osh Genshin events were permanent, like how we created and developed this entire area with the park just to disappear next patch. Yeah. That is gonna suck. Yeah, because like this whole area is like built up, and then like, yeah, it's just gonna be a beach once the event is done.
You seem even more excited than before. Looks like your first trial run didn't disappoint.
That was fun. The challenge format is super easy to get into, and it ties in perfectly with the film theme.
Paimon hasn't actually watched that many films, but after trying it out, she might just be hooked. We should check out the film that it's based on.
Great job, Paimon. That's exactly what our enthusiast friends were hoping you'd say. They'd be beyond delighted to hear that visitors are curious about the films that inspired these attractions. Some have even been willing to contribute extra funds out of their own pockets. Where budgets have allowed, of course.
Out of their own pockets?
That's right. While the Spina di Rosula covers the cost of basic booth materials and rental fees, many fans have personally funded promotional materials and related merchandise.
You can afford to do that? I thought y'all were poor as fuck now.
The cost of the booth itself isn't their main expense. Some of them have already started designing spin-off products inspired by film characters.
Oh my goodness.
Take our official mascot, Surintendant Chevalmoran, for instance. She won second place in the last most popular character poll for the comic film category, and was even dubbed the pinnacle of round, bouncy cuteness.
Oh my goodness. Funny part is that some leaked insider images reveal they have all those events running at the same time in a dev build so they can do it. Oh, I bet. I feel like that would probably make the whole game run a lot worse, and probably also make the file size enormous, though.
Many people have expressed interest in designing cushions based on her image, using the highest quality fabrics and hiring the most skilled artisans to mass produce them.
And what does Farina think?
These cushions will officially go on sale at the next convention alongside lots of similar products.
Now that you mention it, I kind of want one too. Shouldn't Farina be getting a sizable cut?
Don't worry. As Surintendant Chevalmoran's guardian and official image rights agent, Farina's already getting 60% of the sales revenue.
Damn. Okay.
After all, the fans are doing this voluntarily. Not for profit, but to promote Surintendant Chevalmoran's adorable image. The more Mora ends up in Farina's purse, the better Surintendant Chevalmoran's meals will be. And who wouldn't be happy to hear that?
Oh, Paimon likes the sound of that. Everyone working hard for something they all love without worrying about profit.
Yeah. Imagine that. Imagine something like that, Square Enix.
Still, we can't just ignore Mora completely. Whether it's fan creations or official commercial projects, some level of financial balance is still necessary.
True. Distrue.
The same logic applies to the Chevalmoran film Fantasyland taken as a whole. Once we finish the standardized strategy guides, our attractions can officially be open to the public. But we can't take personal charge of the ticketing process.
Why not?
There's plenty of work to do at the various booths, and the park itself is a work in progress.
Yeah, I can see
We
that.
need to assign dedicated employees to maintain and manage each attraction. There's a recruitment section on the park's bulletin board. We've received many applications, and each candidate has their strengths. Our job is to match the best candidates to each attraction
Look at
based
us.
on their overall
Look at
performance.
Scoffier over there. She's just standing there, just staring and judging me. Yeah. Yeah, I admired your sparkly panties. It's okay. I get it. I get it. All right. They imply they're gonna start doing things that are more ambitious, starting with Nodcray. Nodcray? Like having characters in the overworld they claimed it didn't have already because mobile wouldn't handle it. I see. Look at that. Mobile, always holding us back. Gordon Ramsay stare. Yeah.
Once assigned, the staff will keep the attractions running, ensuring a continuous revenue stream.
I like continuous revenue streams.
Wait, so we've suddenly gone from being playtesters to heads of human resources? That's definitely a first for us.
We're heads of HR? Oh no, we're a bunch of assholes who don't actually give a shit about employees. I have very high standards when it comes to reviewing resumes. I'll make an awesome boss.
Just don't hold everyone up to your own standards, okay? You can't expect everyone else to be as capable as you.
No, everyone is the protagonist of their own story, so therefore, yes, everyone is as capable as me.
All right, time to review some resumes. Fingers crossed we'll get some exceptional candidates.
Are they actually playable characters, though? Oh, I wonder if Farina will bust out the actual little seahorse. Let's see. Let us see it, Farina. Oh, okay, all right. There you go. Eat that cake. I just want to see her bust it out real quick. A dev video and most of the things they claim couldn't. Oh, there she is. Look at her go. So cute. Alrighty, good stuff.
Being too popular.
All right. Hey, what? I got a thing. Complete paralogism. Oh yeah, okay. They couldn't add to the game, was blamed on mobile. Jesus. Yeah, I knew it. I knew mobile was the worst. But all right. Yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and call it there for the evening. So yeah, that was fun. I like the fact that there's a whole lot more voiced characters in this event. That's all we've wanted, you know? Just give us some voices. That really does elevate the game a whole lot more. But yeah, so I'm probably gonna play this event like tonight and see how much of it I can get done. Again, I kind of want that weapon, but yeah, we'll see how it works out. But yeah, that's gonna go ahead and do it for me for tonight. So I want to thank anyone that decided to stop in to check out the stream, even for just a minute or two. Always appreciate it. No stream tomorrow, but on Tuesday we'll be playing more 1,000 Times Resist, which has been a really sick game. I really like it. It's more of a walking simulator, and much more story focused, but it's really good. Like the writing is really good in it. So I'm having fun with it, and I'm looking forward to checking out some more. So if you want to know when that'll be happening, go ahead and follow my socials or subscribe, and you'll know when we go live. But for today, that's going to go ahead and do it for me. So with all that being said, I hope you guys have yourselves a good night, a good day, a good morning, wherever it might be for you. Hopefully y'all have yourselves a good Memorial Day tomorrow, especially if you have the day off like I'm going to be having. And with any luck, I will hopefully see y'all on Tuesday. So until then, stay groovy, everybody.